Hello everybody, back with another round. I believe this is episode number 7 if I'm not mistaken. So we're going back to a lot of dual competitions, customs versus originals for the most part in this video. So let's get started, shall we? First round, a very simple match. Pretty much right off the bat we know who's going home with this one, but it's still nice to talk about. Vince McMahon. This is an absolutely gorgeous figure, and to be honest, actually it may not be as easy as I thought when I first pulled it off the shelf. So it's great color. I love this, the whole WWF on the microphone, the way they point. I mean, he's simply an announcer. It's not like you're looking at Vince McMahon, the wrestler. And even so, you know, he does have Vince McMahon as a commentator has a fantastic body slam pose. His arms up high enough where he does give you a really good body slam, and this is actually a really fantastic figure. He is going against one of my favorite wrestlers, maybe because he came as part of Major Pain, one of my favorite comedies. So Bam Bam Bigelow. We all know that these figures normally sell for a ridiculous amount of money, and there's always constant black paint, either coming from the nose or arms of these figures. This one is mint condition. You could always tell if this is an original or my favorite shop, XOX Customs by Random Treasures, based on the smell of the figure. I don't know, it kind of bothered me when I first opened up my very first figure from them. The smell kind of overwhelmed me. But, after, second, third figure, like, you get used to it, and, like, the smell is actually, it's like, I don't know, it's just like putting a new car freshener in or something like that. I don't know, but this is a Random Treasures custom figure, if you wish. Again, I've said it several times, I don't view them as customizers. This is just, to me, just a beautiful demonstration of their talents. This is just a 100% identical figure to the original LJNs. Perfect paint, fire coming from the hair, or the head, excuse me. It's got the little branding on the back there. So this one kind of falls in line with Ted Arcidi. His arms are down far enough where they're not, it's not the worst figure ever. You can still throw a punch, kind of like maybe bring it up for a clothesline. But, again, it doesn't give you that perfect body slam pose. When you try and body slam them, it's like you're hovering around your waistline. When I first pulled this off the shelf, I thought Bam Bam Bigelow was going to run away with this competition. That he was just going to, run all over Vince McMahon. But looking at Vince McMahon, looking at the body slam potential of him, and again, even though he's not a wrestler, just having that, it's kind of like Freddie Blassie, it just means the world. Now, do I think Vince McMahon, though, deserves to move forward in a round that features, Bam Bam Bigelow? See, now this is where nostalgia really starts affecting your mind. Because for me, again, it shouldn't have anything to do with your favorite wrestlers or what certain people have meant to you in your life. It should just be strictly about playability and colors and design. And Vince McMahon has that. Bam Bam Bigelow does not. Tough decision. It's killing me. But I'm going to move Bam Bam Bigelow on as he surpasses Vince McMahon in this battle. That one was actually a little bit harder than I expected. So I have another couple custom figures. The first one, and I think it's a custom. At least the face is customized. I don't necessarily know if this is actually an XOX custom, is what I'm saying. So I do have Acts of Demolition. Now we know that the original Blackheart series of Axe has red face paint. So I did find this off of a seller on eBay. You know, I'm constantly on Etsy, and I'm always looking at XOX Customs by Random Treasures. I pretty much bought their store out, and they actually have this exact identical design on their page. So I'm thinking that maybe somebody went ahead and either purchased this from Random Treasures and then resold it, but it doesn't smell like a Random Treasures figure. You know, see, I'm just thinking maybe somebody just took a red original Axe and just repainted the face. But if you do want this face paint, Random Treasures does have this exact version. And of course, this is a Random Treasures exclusive, Smash from Demolition. Now, the reason I think that this is the original, when you look at the coloring, the smell of the figure alone isn't enough. You can always look at the color and tell that there's a difference between an original LJN and the Random Treasures version. So we will start with the Axe figure. I don't know, I just really like this design better than the red face. Recently, I did purchase the red face version as well because, you know, me being me, not only do I want originals, you know, obviously I want to get customs to, you know, have something for display purposes, you know, just something to put on the shelf to make me happy, you know. You know, I get a lot of pleasure, a lot of enjoyment from being able to look at my collections, you know, just beautiful, beautiful design. I mean, the artwork of this figure with the jacket, it doesn't look like it's missing any spikes on the vest there. Awesome paint. The one drawback about these figures, and we all know right off the bat, is the Ventura pose. Now, for the sake of this argument, this does work really well when I want to put a wrestling belt on him. You know, that I don't ever have to worry about that falling off his shoulder. And to be honest, that's really the only benefit of this pose. This is simply a display piece. You know, it's rubber, which is fantastic. But you're not really going to use this, I think, for play much. And of course, when it looks this good, you don't want to just, you know, ruin this anyways. We have the XOX exclusive Smash from Demolition. Now that paint job on that face is absolutely remarkable. As much as I love the paint on Axe, that right there, I mean, there are not many artists that can create something so special. And, you know, same thing, beautiful jacket, no spikes missing. This one actually has blue, not really sure, I didn't notice that before, but some kind of blue marking around the knees. So Axe does not have that on his. And of course, as we know, this is just, you know, mirror images of each other. Axe with the right arm up, you know, Smash has his left arm up. And again, when you want to put, you know, designer belts or, you know, display belts, you know, some kind of tag team belts went on, it fits beautifully. For the sake of this competition, I really hate having to move one over while the other gets sent back, essentially. They are two different figures. It's not like it's Smash going in Smash. So I could have readjusted my figures so that they both ended up moving up to the next round. But, you know, eventually one of them would have to go home either way. In this case, I am going with the Random Treasure Smash from Demolition. That paint job, you know, along with the hair, that's just a perfect figure. Definitely one of the best that you'll find at Random Treasures. As far as design-wise, I think it's got to be one of their top 2 or top 3 figures. Incredible. So Smash defeats Axe for this round. Next one is actually one of my favorite figures. And oddly enough, it's actually one of my favorite Hasbro figures too. So Honky Tonk Man. A lot of people do not like this figure because of the uh, Elvis Presley jumpsuit that he comes to, that he comes in. But I absolutely love the figure. I don't mind the fact that he's clothed. I mean, really, if this Honky Tonk Man came with, underwear or trunks and that was it, or a pair of black pants and that was it, bare chest, I mean, would I enjoy that figure more? No, I think aesthetically, the suit makes it a gorgeous piece. And again, because it's an original, it does experience that blue face paint loss. This one doesn't have a lot of it. Considering the age and an original figure, it's actually in really good shape. And of course, one of the best parts, he does come with his original guitar. And I think that's why this one and the Hasbro version are one of my favorite pieces, is because I think that guitar is probably the best accessory for any figure. And something else I have not been doing, which I do apologize for. I like to give credit where credit is due. So if you do happen to be on Etsy, I've mentioned Random Treasures a million times. They definitely deserve your business, especially if you're into, LJN figures, if you want to save profits or whatnot. But I also want to bring up these fantastic LJN display stands. 4 Left 3D Creations by David Garland. David Garland is another one of those Etsy sellers that are just absolutely amazing. And at some point, I'll probably show you all of the stands I purchased from him. I probably have maybe 12.5 or 2 dozen. I don't know, just a lot of different stands I purchased. Some of these stands are actually designed specifically for the wrestler. So in this case, it does have, I don't know if you can read it because of the darkness in this room, but it does actually say HTM or Honky Tonk Man. So this is a Honky Tonk Man exclusive display stand. Absolutely beautiful. Again, David Garland. Definitely check out his store as well if you like the display cases, or excuse me, not the display cases, display stands. So the next one, it is Honky Tonk Man taking on Honky Tonk Man. I mentioned a seller on eBay, the Raider Nation. I bought. I think this is the third figure so far that we've discussed. The Raider Nation, I bought one of the Hercules from him. I bought the Coco Beware figure, and I've purchased this one. And of course, there's one more from him as well. We'll discuss that later on in some videos down the road. Now, this Honky Tonk Man, I don't know if he ever wore black in the WWF. All I know is that the coloring, the shininess, the design, the black and gold makes this possibly the most perfect figure of my whole entire collection, and I really think that Coco Beware was one of the most perfect. I got Coco and I got Honky Tonk at the same time. Absolutely fantastic figure. I absolutely love this. As much as I love the blue, Elvis Presley getup, you just can't beat this design. Black and gold just looks absolutely gorgeous. And of course, he comes with a custom guitar as well. Absolutely amazing. Raider Nation, they really knocked this one out of the ballpark as well. So I would like to move Honky Tonk Man Black, or Honky Tonk Man Custom, on to the next round. So the next competition features my favorite wrestler. It is, of course, the immortal one himself. So I don't know. Now here's where I'm kind of torn. Hulk Hogan #1 is easily one of the greatest figures, no doubt about it, based on fighting pose alone. But the design with the ripped shirt in the back and the trunks and the boots, even the Hulkamania shirt. I mean, this is just a gorgeous piece. I absolutely love it. And of course, you throw on your little custom belt for the figure. Just really makes it stand out. Now he is going against Hulk Hogan Red. So when you get to Series 5, Series 6, you have both both of the promotional Hulk Hogan's, white shirt, red shirt Hogan. So with I guess the red and yellow is more prevalent. When I think Hulk Hogan, obviously the yellow always stands out for me. And of course, this figure complete is this is all Random Treasure here. Random Treasure molded the red Hulk Hogan, and they also provided the custom belt that I included on my figure. This is a Hulk Hogan 1 custom championship belt. So pretty much have these championship belts in almost all my Hogan figures. Well, at least a good amount of them. Yeah. So with this one, it's tough. It's really hard for me to pass on any XOX customs because all their figures are just absolutely amazing. But it is an identical piece to the original. LJN, they made both versions. I think in this particular case, even though I'm used to yellow Hogan constantly, I just think the white just looks more beautiful, just pops more. So in this case, I am moving along Hogan white shirt over Hogan red shirt. So the last battle for this video is going to feature a wrestler I really never knew about as a kid, One Man Gang. Of course, later on he became Hakeem. Now I'm fully aware of Hakeem. Hakeem, of course, I think about his Hasbro yellow and blue action figure. Never knew of One Man Gang growing up. This is, again, aesthetically beautiful, beautiful figure. Absolutely love this figure. The blue vest is really incredible. Facial hair is amazing. I don't mind, the Ken Patera type stance. Ken Patera, I don't know, Macho Man, with the arms up like that. Display-wise, incredible. If you're sitting there and you're trying to play with this, you can't do anything other than a body slam, not a body slam, a power slam. You pick the wrestler up, and that's basically kind of like have like yourself a little Ric Flair and Sting moment or something. I used to always watch Sting kind of slam Ric Flair, and just the way he bounced off the ring was always kind of fun to watch. So I really like this figure. I do have duplicates, so he is going up against himself. And this is another one of Wrestling Writers' figures, another custom. Essentially, it is exactly identical to the original. The only difference between this figure and the original is that the blue jean jacket is a lot darker. So even though it is blue, it's a very dark blue, navy blue maybe, almost black. He does have the custom belt they pretty much connected to the figure, so that really makes it makes it a little bit more pretty, I think. Again, I don't know what this glue stuff it is that they use on figures. I don't know if I like that or not. I mean, I don't hate it, but I think it does make the figure a little bit darker. But it's like spit shine. This one is really flashy, and I think it's as much as I love originals, I've been noticing that my customs have essentially been running away with this competition thus far. And a Wrestling Writer in particular, the figures I bought from him are just too remarkable to pass on. One Man Gang custom defeats One Man Gang original. So that is 5 battles for this round. So I will end this video. I will probably do at least one more video tonight. Yeah, I think one more video will be good. I mean, if I had a choice, I'd sit down here all day and do these. These are just a lot of fun, and but I just don't want to put too much work on myself, especially when I start posting these. I don't know how long it's going to take to post a video. Again, I haven't done anything like this before, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to do one more video after this, and we're going to call it a night. I'm going to try my best to get these uploaded, and hopefully everyone enjoys. Talk to y'all later. Good night.